All right, guys. Started editing the video where we got robbed, and I lost a bunch of the audio, so I'm just going to record it with my phone and upload it straight from my phone. Doing it camera facing me, so can't really see, so if it's crappy picture, I apologize. So here's the story. Wednesday night, the night before Thanksgiving, we were in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Stopped, fairly early that day. We had ran through the night, and I say we, meaning the dude and I. He's back there somewhere. And I don't know, like 4 o'clock, something like that, we got stopped. I went to bed at 6:30. About 9:30, I had the windows open. Let's see if I can show you. Right there. There's screens in there. It's hard to tell there, but of course there's the dude. There's one on that side, one on that side. I got clothes hanging there because my closet's full. So anyway, about 9:30, the curtain blows across, like the window, whatever. There's curtains there, and they were kind of tucked in, and it blew across my head. And it kind of sounded like my door opened. Well, I, kind of opened my eyes, rolled over a little bit, and he was down here in his bed, or close to it. And, again, worth mentioning, CJ, Charles, the dude, whatever you heard me call him, is a charcoal lab. He is about 90 pounds, very long-legged, looks kind of like a wolf in very low light. However, he's a lover, not a fighter. So, as I was saying, the curtains blew across my head, and I kind of, picked my head up and listened, and it sounded like the door opened, and I thought I was, maybe it was a truck next to me or whatever. And I laid my head back down. Well, he whined, and I spun my head around and looked, and he was coming down off the bed. Well, as he's coming down off the bed, the door slams, and I'm like, what the hell? So of course I jump up, and I'm 6'3", so I'm up there, so I bend down, and I looking out the windows, and I thought maybe it was somebody from Instagram, one of my buddies knew I was there, somebody was messing with me, something, and now I know your next question is, was your door locked? My doors are almost always locked. In fact, I'm sitting here now. Don't mind the nose prints. These are all from today, from us hanging out here, but the door is locked. The reason I lock the door as soon as I get in is because I used to pinch my elbows all the time on that lock before I changed it to the diamond ones. So it's my natural reaction to lock the door when I get in. So I don't know if he had a key that matched my truck or what the situation was, if he picked it, nothing, no. I noticed afterwards, it's kind of hard to tell now, and again, disregard the dude's nose prints, but there was a spot where the dirt had been taken off the mirror right there, and there was a greasy palm print kind of right here, and I know that because every time I would look in the mirror, I would see it. Now, I didn't know all of that at the time, so back to the story. I get up, I sit down in the seat, and I figured somebody broke into the truck. They were back there behind the sleeper, waiting, gonna run away, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I stay here for about 15-20 minutes, and I was tired still, because I'd only been asleep for about 3 hours at that point, and I was like, screw it, I'm going back to bed. So I go back to bed. And I get up in the morning, and I'm talking to him, and I go to put my clothes on, and I'm like, where the hell are my pants? And normally I keep my pants on that cabinet right there. There's a filing cabinet I put in here years ago. Well, I started putting his bowls right here. This is his water bowl. So due to that fact, that particular night, I had draped them over the armrest or over the top of the seat. Now, I very rarely ever have cash, so if you're watching this video thinking you're going to do it again, 1, unless you want lead poisoning, I don't suggest doing it. 2, it's not worth the lead poisoning you might incur from trying to get money from me, because that guy there, less than 80 bucks. So anyway, I'm like, where are my pants at? Oh, it hit me. Opened the door, reached in, grabbed the pants, which is why he whined. You know, it was just somebody coming near him. And slammed the door, I'm assuming, because he saw him coming out of the sleeper, and he was like, I don't want that dog coming out after me. And if you're watching this video, you know, not for me personally, but I'm guessing your lifespan's probably a little bit short. So I'm assuming it was probably like a meth head or something like that, just trying to, you know, get whatever they could to get money. So put my pants on. I had already fired Bella up. Put my pants on. The guy was sitting in his seat next to me. Told him what was going on. Took him out so he could go to the bathroom. Now, behind us, there was a big grass area, and I had him out there, and I was fixing my tarp and stuff on that lumber load we had, and getting it where I wanted it anyway. Not really fixing it, but getting it where I wanted it. So, because you tarp them, and then you get moving down the road, and they'll move, you know, or you'll see a place that's catching air, or air's going underneath it, and it's pushing it out or something. So I'll add bungees accordingly, because I'm just particular. So anyway, I get him out. We walk back to the grass. I look both ways down the trucks, you know, which would have been that way down the trucks, but as I'm looking at it, was that way. I was standing back there. There was a truck wash there, and I'm not going to say anything about any of that, but it's not the one I usually use, I'll tell you that. It's another brand, and they're well known for having sketchy people work for them. So looked down, and there was a pile of something, looked kind of like a black plastic bag or whatever, and I said, well, that's probably my pants. So I walked down, picked it up, sure as crap, it was my pants. And the part when I realized my pants were gone that bugged me was I wear a belt that was my dad's. And of course, if you've watched my channel, you know my dad died in April, and my mom gave me the belt, and it works really well. It's got a latch. You just flick it with your finger and it unlatches. It's a smooth system. And I mean, I could get another one, but I wear it. So anyway, I was kind of pissed off that I was going to have lost that, but it is what it is. The money, whatever, you know, it sucks, but he apparently needed it more than me, and he, she, they, whoever it was, I'm assuming it was a he. So, you know, that's the story. I didn't call the police. There's nothing they were going to do about it. Yeah, I would have gotten a police report out there and maybe, you know, drawn some attention to the truck stop or something. But you see me doing that a lot because I got a mustache hair that's bugging the corner of my lip, which I actually trimmed it yesterday, but for whatever reason it's driving me nuts. So anyway, yeah, I mean, the same funny thing is that the same thing happened to my dad with my mom with him. 95, 96 maybe. I remember the truck he had was a 95 and he had gotten it new, but that was actually up in Wisconsin. This was in Alabama, and they thought maybe they had popped the vent and sprayed ether in because they didn't wake up, but you know, I of course don't have vents, so if you're, I guess I'll elaborate some on that. So Bella's got one-piece windows. Years ago, trucks used to have a split right here, and there was a vent there, a wing window you could pop out. So if you're not old enough to know that, that's the story behind that. But anyway, I don't know, and I think I may have had my windows cracked too, because it was a nice cool day, and I had them down the majority of the day we were there, and I don't know if I ever put them up. So I don't know if he reached in and opened it or whatever, but I've had several friends say, you know, CJ needs guard dog training, stuff like that. No, I disagree. You know, CJ will alert. He hears things that I don't hear. He's gotten to the point where he can hear me rustle my keys outside the door, and he comes straight to the door. That's where all these nose prints come from, is just from today, from me getting in and out of the truck and or like when I go eat or something like that. So, no, it's probably a good deal that we didn't have an interaction, because it was well lit. We had a street light like right there. It's actually right in the middle of the parking lot. It's a weird place for a street light, but it was well lit. I had all the lights on the truck except for my cabin sleeper lights, because they don't stay on when the key's off, and I had the APU running like it is right now. So that person was obviously not in their right mind. It probably would not have gone well. And if he would have hurt my dog, I probably would have gone completely John Wick, because again, mess with me is one thing, mess with my dog, completely different story. So that's the story behind getting robbed. I don't know what's going on with the GoPro. I'm going to reset them, check some settings, and see about the audio, why I'm losing audio, if I can figure it out. But the load we brought up that you saw the short of, I didn't record any of it because I was trying to wait to get this one uploaded, and I didn't really record any of that on the GoPros. So then we did one short one on Friday, and now we are sitting in Colorado. We're going to be rolling out to go get loaded and enjoying this beautiful view. So I'm going to show you the beautiful view. And I didn't know this. We pulled in here in the dark, and I always say we. It's just him and I, obviously. And I'm going to probably continue to say we. So, we. For those of you that watch any social media, you know where that comes from. But anyway, got a beautiful view. Got a big old mountain over there. A big old mountain over there. One there. And then one over there. And we're going to be running right up that road right there. Right over there to the other side of the mountains. So, we're loading a load going back to Houston, and I'm going to sit down and have a business meeting with Eric. So, everything's good. I love pulling flatbed. Everybody always asks how I like to change. I love it. Like that load of skid steers was perfect. Paid good, easy. The chains didn't bother me. I'll take chains over tarps any day. The dude, as you can see, is adjusting. He has some allergies, so I actually just sprayed some spray that we have on his belly. His armpits right here, for whatever reason, get red. So, and I gave him a treat because he was a good boy. So he's chilling. Love having him with me. He's just the light of the day. I mean, I don't know how else to say that. He makes it a whole lot better. He is trashing my truck. I'm gonna probably in the spring have to pull the whole interior out to get it as clean as it's gonna need to be for me, but we're keeping it as clean as we can. And I sit on this blanket here, and then his seat has this cover on it. And I don't know if you could tell or not, it's covered in hair, but was spending so much time on the road, I brought a bunch of stuff with me, so it's all crammed in here. So like the clothes situation and stuff. But I had a brain fart here, and I'm not going to edit this. This is going to go up exactly how I record it. So however it looks, it looks. I apologize if it's not good, but it is what it is. It's going up exactly how I record it. So honestly thinking about getting rid of my pickup truck, my camper, side by side, all that stuff I bought, and just living on the road. I haven't totally made up my mind, but it would save me a bunch of money every month, because obviously all that stuff has payments on it. So being that it's sitting back in Pennsylvania not being used, I don't really need it. I like being out here on the road. I like being in a different place all the time. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been posting pictures like crazy, which is Bel Air Peterbilt on Instagram. Again, I'm not doing any editing to this, so there's not going to be anything pop up on the screen or anything. It is what it is. So love being out here. Love being west of the Mississippi. I would stay out here. Arizona was cool when we were out there. Well, I was out there. He wasn't out there with me yet. Loving Colorado. I love it all. So might just sell my stuff. And the stuff that I have that's in the house, my tools and stuff, I'll probably sell that stuff too, or give it to one of my brothers or something. Yeah, anyway, so there's the story behind getting robbed. If you're watching this video and thinking about doing it again, I've seen some comments about, me putting stuff out on social media and maybe they got some stuff, blah, blah, blah. I don't suggest it. That's all I'm going to say. Don't suggest it. So, we've made some changes, and I don't suggest, and the same thing goes for, like, even if you want to meet me or whatever, like, just don't catch me off guard, okay, guys? All right? Yeah, that's about it. I hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. It kind of sucks that I lost that footage because it was the night before, and I had said, hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody did, and I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. We're still, 21 days, 23 days away from Christmas, so I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, and I'm going to do some adjusting on the GoPros. We'll have more videos out between now and then, but, and then I'm taking the 26th, it'll probably be before that, probably like the 24th, 25th through New Year's off, and going on a trip. So, on a vacation style trip. So, anyway, hope you all are in good spirits, and it is a good Sunday for you if you're watching this today, and with being Sunday. And if not, hope it's a good day, whatever day you're watching it. I have had several comments. Let me back up. Say I've had several comments of people realizing that I am in a whole lot better mindset than I have been, and that I'm happier. You are correct. I am. The pulling liquid tank was getting to me, had me stressed out. I did not really like what I was doing anymore, and that coupled with the stuff in the personal life, what have you, just stress in general, I'm a whole lot better. I feel good. I like what I'm doing. Like where we're at, just a whole deal. So that being said, I'm just going to wind it down here, close out the video, and keep a shiny side up. Safe travels, and we'll see you on the next one.